Now that we know that Donald Trump has tested positive for coronavirus and he has been airlifted to Walter Reed Hospital, the Biden campaign is reportedly pulling down all of their negative ads against Donald Trump. As far as we know so far, Biden is not planning on suspending his campaign. But again, all of the negative ads, all of the negative content in regard to Donald Trump will be taken down. This was reported by the New York Times, Jonathan Martin specifically reporting. And Martin did note that Biden made this decision to shift away from negative ads before Donald Trump was admitted to Walter Reed Hospital, and he will be in Walter Reed Hospital, as far as we know, for the next several days. So I guess my question is, if the Biden campaign has relied heavily on campaigning with this message that he's not gonna fundamentally change anything, but he's better than Donald Trump because Trump sucks, what does this mean for his campaign? I mean, honestly, he's suspending his campaign by default because that has been the only message we've heard from Biden's campaign.
I think he has one last thing to offer, right? So I actually kind of agree with this tactic because you don't want to give them ammunition to turn around and shoot back at Joe Biden for being insensitive. You saw how they did it in the debate where Joe Biden was measured with maybe one or two outbursts. All things considered, he was extremely measured, but the media still made it a both sides issue. And so they're gonna play that game. I think this is a smart move to pull it down. That said, the only thing that he has to offer, since he's not gonna fundamentally change anything, is some kind of calmness, some type of, it's gonna sound strange, but like a healing aspect, because America is kind of wild right now. And Donald Trump is the leader of that madness that is in the American community right now. So if Joe Biden can present himself as the measured hand, the calming voice, that's something that I personally could benefit from, and I'm sure a lot of people could. But I know, I agree with you in terms of policy. There's not a lot of there.
Yeah. Look, you make a persuasive argument, and I'm tempted to agree with you. But I'm still not there yet. I'm just not. I think that this is a perfect opportunity to highlight how much Donald Trump has failed this country. He has failed this country by intentionally downplaying this virus. He has failed this country by refusing to wear a mask and discouraging others from wearing a mask. You have to think about how Donald Trump would campaign if the shoe were on the other foot. Would Donald Trump take down his negative campaign ads? Of course not. And am I saying that I want Biden to lower himself to Republican standards? That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that Republicans are good at taking advantage of opportunities to campaign. And this is, whether people like it or not, an opportunity for Biden to, again, not clown on Trump or wish terrible things on Trump, but to take Trump's diagnosis and make a point about how this man mocked him on the debate stage for how he wears masks and mocked others. Donald Trump, there's video of Donald Trump mocking reporters for wearing masks. He has been unbelievably irresponsible, and hundreds of thousands of Americans have died as a result. So I see what you're saying, and I think you make a good argument. I don't know if I would play it that way, and I am curious to hear what the audience thinks. Because again, I don't really know what Biden has to offer voters other than I'm a much better option than Donald Trump because Trump has failed at pretty much everything. He's failed at keeping the economy steady. He's failed at keeping Americans safe. He's failed when it comes to his trade wars. He's failed when it comes to foreign policy. He's failed when it comes to holding people like the Saudis responsible and accountable for ordering the murder and dismemberment of a Washington Post journalist. I mean, the list goes on and on. Now is not the time to fold and play, faux heartfelt politics. I just think it's strange and probably a bad move, but I could be wrong.
I actually know you're making a really good argument yourself, though. I mean, honestly, like that is reasonable, that is rational, and I think that is even measured, and I think that's actually responsible to highlight the connection between the president catching it himself and his failure as president. I think that's reasonable. So maybe there's a balance between the two. If he can strike that tone where it doesn't come off as aggressively negative, but comes off as responsibly holding him accountable.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that there is a good middle ground, a measured way to do this without appearing insensitive and callous.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.